question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Jets, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river. We are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Tagovailoa on first, and down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On first down, Noel. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second down, Noel. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry runs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got this one completed. That ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Looking to pass. Tua quickly into the hands of Mims. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's a give to Carter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And it's caught. They like going to him in the the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run from the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll run on first down. Noel. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Fields throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On 1st down, Noel. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Off play action. Fields Open man completes it to Claypool. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you, we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run on 1st down. Noel. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground. Noel, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd down, Noel, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Carter with it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A handoff for Carter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. I got him.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. On first down, Noel, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Noel, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Back now here on EA Sports. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 228 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on first down. Noel, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards 8.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ashton Davis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to go down again. Ashton Davis has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 2nd down now, Noel, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on this. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big offensive explosion helped lead.